Okay, testing everyone. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well today. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. If you remember last time last session we finally found Rasputin. We were like so elated. Woo! Or the legend map is ours. And and then all of a sudden we get a map, and it's the crystal map. Ah! Okay, so what we're gonna do is I am gonna temporarily turn on save scumming. Gonna temporarily allow it just so we can just in case something goes wrong. Or we're not able to get the map from Barlone. Okay. Okay. Oops. So here we go. We're gonna go. So this goes out. Let's see where this goes. Okay, this goes this way. Okay, this goes in all sorts of directions. This goes this way. Okay, this now by the way, this is another outdoor alcove. And I'm actually going to save it as temp 4. There's going to be a lot of temporary saves here. Just in case we need to do some save scumming. Okay, probably should turn on the sound. 8, 8, 8, and 8. 8 is enough. Okay, so we're going to resume play. I don't think we've even been this way, or have we? I think we have, because I remember we were trying to. Yes, we have. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. This way. This way. Okay, ooh, so this is a good place to save. We're gonna save this as temp 4. Okay, so let's pick one of these. Let's pick this one. Oh yes, Bertie's Bungalow. Now we're going to Bertie's Bungalow because we're wanting the featherweight potion, and Bertie does have the featherweight potion. Entering the small shop, you are surrounded by stacks and piles of raw wooden rods and shafts. In the air are wisping traces of a light down, and in the corner you spot several stuffed bags, which all seem to be sporting holes, coughing forth the feathery flotilla. In the back of the room, you perceive a number of bows mounted on the walls, each of various shapes, size, and shapes. From underneath a rumple of sticks and feathers, a small, chittering, furried fellow pops up and immediately starts a frenzied rant of syllables and half sentences. Why never? What? What's the meaning? What? Huh? How are you? Where are you? I mean, how did what? How did you find me? What? Where are you? Where am I? Oh. Where are you? Where am I? Oh. Have you nice shiny coins? Oh yes, we do. Good. It be my secret. I get you what you need. You get me shiny coins. Okay, now, we have a problem here because we have a truce. Now, I'm gonna see if I can charm Bertie. Crap, I don't even have charm. Oh, great. Okay. Well, at least I turn saves. Bertie attacks. Bertie calls for help. Okay. Let's hope he drops the certain item that we need. I like that. Bertie attacks, Bertie calls for help, and the first thing Bertie does is run. Okay, we're gonna earthquake these bad boys. Gonna earthquake level 6. By the way, I would have I didn't have time last couple days yesterday or today to really practice through this. Okay, good. It at least dropped the featherweight potion. Okay, we're going to do this as temp 5 DBS. So in other words, Bertie has been killed. Now this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You know what? I'm going to play through. I'm just going to play through with Bertie getting killed. Oh, here we go again. Okay, we have some thieves, so we're not going to do any hiding or anything. We're just going to today I was actually doing some yard work, there's some unknown. I was just trimming some of my unknown growth because I'm thinking of selling my place and moving elsewhere. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that at least the front yard and the backyard looks decent. Hide evidence of the unwanted growth. I think where it came from is that my neighbor had some plants. My neighbor has some plants that it came from. And it was probably seeds that were carried over in the winds when we had our severe windstorm, which by the way knocked power. Really? Which by the way knocked power out. Which knocked power out for, in my case, about 4 days. I've never seen anything like it. Again, we haven't hid because we don't want to set up a kind of what I call like a stalemate position. So I'll get rid of this rat and thief. You know, pretty much I had to get rid of everything. All my fridge food went. Pretty much all my freezer food went. Well, not all my fridge food, because I had things in there that I really had no business, that I really didn't need to keep in there. Things like, like mustard, unopened items. Okay, oh yeah. Like the items that were unopened, so those you really don't need to keep, you know. You don't need to throw away. Like I had a lot of pasta sauce, and I actually went. If you want the cheapest pasta sauce, I get it in like the tin cans. It's like only 5 cents an ounce. What you do is you just what I do is I just empty the tin cans in because they don't always, because I'm by myself. If you had, like, let's say a family of 4 or 5, 1 or 2 of those cans would definitely be enough to where you don't need to like reuse it. But in my case, I need to reuse it. So what I do is I take the contents, dump them into like my spaghetti sauce, my pasta sauce, then add a few like spices. It's a little bit nutritionally better anyway, so. Oh yeah, we're going to the fun house. And if I remember, the fun house is right here. Ruby's Fun House. The fun house is quite weathered and covered with dusty webs. You surmise that it has not been occupied for many years, at least not by anything human. I like how they say that. Entering the central chamber, you spot a descending shaft from which rises a ladder of questionable integrity. You wonder whether it would be able to hold your weight without collapsing. And remember, we have our weight and our dowel. We have a pyramid, black pyramid. What's this dagger? Poignard, nope. Okay, we can still stick with temp 5, okay? There is an ad break coming up, by the way, so so when it starts, I'll let y'all know. Ad breaks, take a break with me. I'm gonna probably get something to drink. You know, you can, you know, if you want to do the same, you can. You know, or use it to go to the bathroom. Okay. Oh, I was wondering why. Okay. Darn it, where did I put my phone? That's all right. Because I was gonna send. There's another streamer that plays Tomar that plays Fallout 76, and they're almost always encumbered or over encumbered. So I took a picture showing that I was also over encumbered. That way Tomar would get a good laugh out of it. Because I always make fun of Tomar. It's like, hey, you're over encumbered. You know, I tend to be a little bit sarcastic in chat. I tend to I like to have some fun. But do let me know if, let's say, I ever cross a line. You know, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, ad break is over, so I want to welcome everyone back. Again, I'm gonna do the over encumbered. Take a picture for Tomar. That way she can. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. Yep. Okay, walking undead, blackbirds. I'm trying to see what I'm wondering what the blackbirds are. So okay, they're fire crows. They're fire crows because they breathe fire. If they breathe acid, they're thank you, Flux Coast. Did that take care of the echoes? You should not hear any more echoes. Let me know if everything's good. Okay, good. Thank you. I forgot about the I have a secondary account that I use, and it helps me make sure. Apparently, I had the sound turned on for that. So, but Flux Coast, hope you're doing well today. I was not able to try stuff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that Barlone has the that not only did Barlone have the map piece, but that we're also able to talk to Buller Barlone. Okay, so we've got 4 fire crows. Let's hope Barlone has what I need. Okay, we've got 2 fire crows. And by the way, tomorrow I'm going to I actually measured and weighed myself today, and so tomorrow I'm going to summarize the results of the check-in. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I do encourage you to at least stop by tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not only on a diet, but I'm also it's more of getting healthier, and I'm controlling my eating, and I'm also doing workouts. I'm doing weight workouts and cardio, so I have a lot of things on the burner at the same time, But yeah, it's tomorrow from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna the main thing I did this morning was the assessment. And it's 4 weeks, so it's a full-blown one. Every 4 weeks I weigh myself, measure my body fat, and also pretty much measure almost every body part that I have. Well, not every one, but there's about 8 or 9 that I measure every 4 weeks. Can use the stream as a sponsor. Check it. Not sure how I would do that, but that does sound like an interesting concept. Okay, a long plank secured to a pivot block rests underneath an open shaft in the ceiling. A long plank secured to a bridge underneath an open shaft in the ceiling. Stepping onto the plank, your end pivots to the floor, triggering a switch underneath it. A heavy chain suddenly drops from the ceiling over the other side end of the plank, but nothing else happens. Okay. Okay. If I remember, this is where I need to use the black pyramid. Okay, so I now have the black pyramid hooked to that. Now what I need to do is if I'm going to use that as a means of propelling, I need to somehow, I think I need, there's got to be a place up here where I can wind up the chain. A large spool stands mounted over an open shaft and attached to it is a heavy metal chain. Well, that's the chain. The chain is hanging down the shaft. The problem is we don't have a way to crank it. We don't have a way to crank it. All we have is a wooden dowel and a featherweight potion. So we need to somehow... Okay, anytime you enter a room, you know there's going to be an encounter. 4 blackbirds, no big deal. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, okay, I was wondering, zombie skells and walking undead. Well, that's actually why I do the stream and want to put the check-ins up there. It's actually a way to help. It's a way to help make sure that I'm on target. You know, it's about accountability. Okay, they're spewing a lot of horrid bile. Ugh. Yeah, it's like they're throwing us like vomit on us. Ugh. Crap, I never hid. Great, as I said, okay, so well, let's hit the walking undead because we've got this wonderful spell, Dispel Undead, which at my level is gonna instantly kill them. Oh crap! We probably were too like nauseated. So while we were trying to cast the spell, we were like, we just had this like puke thrown at us, and we're like, you know. Just for fun, I sometimes watch YouTube videos. And there was this one person who essentially drank, their goal was to drink 24,000 calories in like 5 minutes. They said 3 minutes, I think it was more like 5. And so they essentially used olive oil. And I'm like, You know, I watched the video and I'm like, okay, I would be very interested in like the after effects. It's like a competitive eater, you know. It's like, okay, what happens afterwards? Okay, so we don't need any powder. Okay, we may... Oh, yay, we're level 151. I mean... Okay, so we have a tarnished key. Let's see how they identify it. Oh, tarnished key. Well, keep in mind, you have to keep in mind that on some of these adventure games, you know, they have to like find many descriptions for like keys. Like for example, you can't, you know, yeah, a good programmer can do that, but you want the player to be like, okay, you know, it's like here's rusty keys, tarnished keys. You know, like a ring of keys, like silver key, gold key, you know, etc. Okay, so let's see. Have we gone this way yet? Have we gone this way? Apparently we have, but there's something over here that we have not checked out. Okay, so let's see what it is. Okay, mounted upon the wall are two blocks which support each other with a hook. Two metal blades are attached to an end of one cylinder. You find that it spins around quite freely. Okay, so let's leave this alone. There's probably something we need to put on that, so we'll see what it is at some point. Let's see. So far all we found is a key. So it looks like the only way to go is to go back down this ladder. Okay. Okay, so we have, let's see. Okay, so let's go this way. Let's see what's this way. Okay, yeah, I think we've been here because I think that's the. Oh, okay. Ooh, here. Let's see if this is where we use the tarnished key. Yeah, baby. Cha-ching. Okay, we're gonna go in. I was gonna bet $10 that we're gonna get an encounter when we go in, and I'm like, no, no one's gonna take it because Wizardry. And let's see. Okay. So here we have a chest. Let's see. We're hoping for a crank or something else. Let's see. Crank or something else. Okay, it's definitely got to be magic sparks. From the chest, you extract a thick, wide, elastic band, strong and quite rubbery. You find a rubber band. Okay. No, this is we've got a rubber band, which I don't think is going to do much good here. Oh, darn it. Oh, no. I was like, wait a minute. It took away a rubber band. I'm like, no. Are we missing the forest for the trees? I'm not sure. Okay, here we got another encounter. 4 blackbirds. Okay, they're fire crows because they breed us. Now, I'm just going to say I have played through this before. This is not a first playthrough. I hope if my tag said that, then... Is this DDR on the bottom ground? What's trying to think what a DDR is? Maybe I'm not familiar with that acronym yet. You know, maybe I haven't been around enough chats. Ah ha ha! Okay, nothing there. Ah, Dance Dance Revolution. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. It took me a little while, but I think I got it now. I think I got it. Okay, yeah, the one with arrows, so we'll... Dance Revolution, I just realized why I probably don't get that acronym. It's because I've never played that game. Maybe I need to put that on my bucket list. Yeah, this is Dance Dance Revolution, so... Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, I'm not sure. I think this game came out in like 1990. Okay. I'm gonna hide anyway. I actually will agree. It's great for fitness. It's yeah. Okay, so let's do earthquake level 6. But I'd say DDR. That's also a fun game where you can be like, you can have lots of fun, especially with like a group of people. And it's also cool because it's like a it's like I call it a sneaky way. Lying under an old broken skull, you retrieve an unusual object. Ah, the spool handle. So okay, Because I remember seeing my niece, my niece did gymnastics for a little bit. And see, the thing is, she was having fun. But we never told her that it was also a form of exercise. And especially good for strengthening the core. I mean, the gymnasts a lot of the gymnasts, and this is both male and female, some of them have some really impressive abs. Okay, attaching to the handle of the spindle, you crank up the chain as far as it will go. Okay. I think we need to also do something with that rubber band. Here this is. And same thing with Dance Dance Revolution DDR. You can be like, you know, you can be putting up a sweat, and yet you're really having fun. Okay, you stretch the elastic band between the hook cylinders and wind it up. The blades spin around as the band unwinds, emitting a cool and steady breeze. Okay. Yeah, rhythm, yeah. Yeah, rhythm games in general. Okay. Okay, so we're going to save it here. And we're going to, let's see. So save scumming is allowed. But what I want to do is, so we're not going to drink the featherweight potion. Because I don't want to go if it goes wrong. So let's just see what happens when we step on the thing. Long plank secured to rest underneath an open shaft in this ceiling. Stepping onto the plank, your end pivots to the floor, triggering a switch underneath it. A weighty pyramid suddenly drops onto the under, catapulting you into the air. Having achieved the remarkable elevation of almost 4 feet, everyone is sent sprawling in all directions, falling to the ground with thuds and groans. Okay, there's an ad break on, so be right back. I'm going to get me some water to drink. Okay, ad break is over. Take a break. Remember that super old ad? Actually, I don't, believe it or not. I don't know how super old it is. Doer's White Label. Don't know. Doesn't ring a bell for some reason. Maybe it's just me being an old fuddy-duddy or. Okay. Okay, so what we did is okay, 90s. So what we did is we stepped on the thing and we only went about 4 feet into the air. But remember, we have a featherweight potion. And so we're gonna drink that and we're gonna see if we can't get up even further. Maybe we'll hit the ceiling. You douse yourself with the mysterious potion and soon feel tingly and as light as a feather. A long plank secured to a pit rests underneath an open shaft in the ceiling. Stepping onto the plank, your end pivots to the floor, triggering a switch underneath it. A weighty pyramid suddenly drops onto the other, catapulting you into the air. Being reduced to featherweight, you are hurled upward through the shaft above the plank. Still propelled from your launch, you continue sailing upward. Arising up through the shaft, you are hit by a gusty blast of wind, which in lightweight condition blows you across the corridor like little fat balloons. Standing up from your miraculous flight, you feel your normal weight quickly returning. Ah! So what we did is this actually got ourselves to a new section. Now I don't know if I save. I'm gonna do attempt 5A just to be safe. I hope I didn't accidentally save over the one file I thought. If I did, it's probably not going to be a biggie, but still. Okay, so okay, no, that's not where I want to go. No, that's not where I want to go. I think if I remember, I want to go this way. Yeah, this is the way I want to go. Carefully stepping into the open chamber, your eyes note a peculiar darkness which fills the room like a smoky cloud. Okay. This is the point. This is the point where I think we need to be, because this is where Barlone hangs out. You can hear quiet whispering chits coming from somewhere nearby. You do not understand what is being said or whether they are aware of your presence. So much for the element of surprise. Barlone Order of Tall. Entering the room, you face a mob of husky raccoons, weapons drawn and ready, but not yet moving into action. In the still of the moment, you quickly assess your opponents. Their fur is dark and well-groomed, and though they exude a somewhat sinister ethos, there is a subtle, strange charisma about them. They seem quite confident, most of all demonstrate an obvious interest in you and in watching your reaction. It is then that you recognize the nature of these creatures. They are members of an underworld, but not a gang of thugs, no. They are well-organized, meticulous, and possess a razor-sharp intellect, honed by years of strict orthodoxy. Upper echelon corsairs studying their mark, noting your strengths and weaknesses, silently forming the noose by which to profit from your eventual hanging. Finally, your eyes meet those of a raccoon who appears to have an icy mask of death etched across his face, and he begins to speak in a low, hoarse whisper. Now let me introduce myself. I am Barlone. It is good that you have come. My associates and I have a proposition for you. Would you like something to drink? Yes. Jinsuda. As I was saying, my friends and I have an interest which we want you to consider. We can do many things for you, and we want you to do us a small favor in return. We know about you and the others. We've seen the machines that breathe fire and move through the sky. Long ago there were others that had these machines, the Higardi, but they are gone now. We know that you have come from a world beyond the sky, and we wish to expand our operations. We want you to do something for us, and in return our organization will assist you. Do we have a deal? Yes. This is a good day for us. What we ask is something simple. There is a flying machine which descends into the old ruins of Nystandlith. Our scouts have seen it come and go many times. Find out when the flying machine will be at Nystandlith again. This is a small favor we ask of you. Once you do this thing, return to me and I'll tell you where you can find one of the maps. I know all about the maps. You do this small favor for us, and we'll help you get the maps. I think our business here is concluded for today. You've made a wise decision to work with us. Okay, now if I remember correctly, I think it was 8835. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Oh great, okay. So we have another battle. Okay, so Barlone has the map, but it's weird that he said he'll tell us where one of the maps are. The problem is, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think I know what happened. He hid the map and then he got it back. Yes. This is interesting. I wish someone were here to clip it. Not only did Barlone give us the Displacer Cloak, Barlone gave us the Legend Map. Woohoo! I was worried. I was a little worried, but Barlone delivered. Okay, so... Okay. Don't mind me, I'm doing a few other things. STR40, okay. Okay, so now we're going to go with str40.dbs. Okay, now the question is, do we have to go through the entire funhouse again? Or is there a shortcut out of here? Let's see if there is a shortcut out of here. Okay, so cool. We actually were able to get out. I hope everyone's doing well today. I don't think that's the way we wanted to go. Let's see. Is that the way we wanted to go? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that is. Cool. Oh, really? Okay, remember, no whatchamacallits. I don't know Fluxcoast. I don't know if that's you. It's you that came back in. But I'll tell you what. Now the event. Okay, so I finally did get the legend map, so the adventure continues. Now that being said, y'all, I'm just going to say that it was not required, okay? I did not have to get that. I mean, I could easily have, not got that, but I at least want to make sure that I'm not soft locked. That was my concern, that I would indeed be soft locked out of the game. Now I know I won't be. Yep, this is the way down. So now so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Nicanlith. Sorry. Gonna go back to Nicanlith. And we're gonna take the teleporter from Nicanlith to the to New City. And then our next strategy is to see about maybe trying to get some trying to get a few more keys. Specifically, two Gar's key and a crypt key. And how you get those is you essentially you have to defeat like either spirits or ghosts. Spirits or ghosts or like skeleton lords also carry them sometime. So we want to, okay. So we want a place where we can grind some advanced monsters. And I think I have a good idea where maybe we can do that. But I'm John Moody of Moody Mystery. Hope everyone's doing well today. Said streaming on this usual Monday, and I finally accomplished my goal of getting the legend map. Barlone had it all along. Wong, hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing. It seems like hope you're doing well too. Just I'm kind of happy that I got the I got the legend map. So in other words, I can. Where do I work at? Right now I'm in between employment opportunities. I'm looking, there's a few tutoring positions that I'm looking into right now. But I used to teach at Indiana State, but budget cuts, budget cuts, and then for some reason I kind of find out what it was later. It's I don't want to say this, but I think where I worked at, I think they kind of I'm not saying blocked me, but they kind of weren't I don't think they really went out of their way to help. But I didn't say that. Okay, we got some more monsters. Savant guards, yippee-ki-yay. We're gonna use let's Linky Link, did you get the legend map? Let's get through this battle. Let's get through this battle and we shall see. Okay, let's check my inventory. Would you look at that? One legend map coming up. It was with the Ratkin. Barlone had it the entire time. How I had to get it was first I had to help him with the Terang. Unfortunately, I don't play Fortnite. I've thought about starting it, but I don't know. It's just haven't really gotten into it. But yeah, the legend map by Barlone, I had to do a favor for him, answer a question about the Terang spaceship, and I remembered that, and then they said, Barlone said, hey, we may have one more favor to ask, so I went back down. They said, oh, we're leaving, and they said they'd give us a couple gifts. And of course the Displacer Cloak was one of them, but the other one was the Legend map. See, the first time when they talk us about getting help with one of the maps, they talk about someone in their family putting it into a chest in Old City. But what happened is apparently Barlone or one of the Ratkins grabbed it. Because the chest in Old City was empty, and so Barlone had it, and so that's how I got it. So it was concerned because in the vanilla version you could have a lock. Oh, we have an ad break. Okay, so ad break. Be right back. Use it to take some time off. Okay. Hello, Jared. How you doing today? I heard you like men. Well, I like all sorts of people. All sorts of people are cool. Just let you know, be nice, y'all. I'm easy going, but I don't wanna unleash the hammer. It's all right. Okay, so let's see where. Thank you, Linky Link, for saying, I have to tell you a story. It's like there's a house. I occasionally walk, and there's a place. They'd say, "Oh, your shoe's untied." Well, they got me the first time. So what I did the second time is I actually untied one of my shoes. And then they went by again and they said, "Oh, your shoe's untied." They said, "Oh no, really?" I'm like, "Oh, thank you." The third time, I said, "Oh no, I already tied them, so they're good." Now, if they get me one more time, I'm gonna call them out and say, "You know, really? Saying your shoe's untied? Is that all you've got? Come on, you know, up your game a little bit, y'all." What an insult. Thanks. Well, Linky Link, yes, I know my shirt's untucked because I wear it untucked. I don't know if you, yeah, I actually had a cool leg workout. I'll have to, you know, post those. Okay, let's see where I am. Okay, where am I? Where am I? I'm having this all the fun in chat to. Oh yeah, we're in Nicanlith. So we need to use the Okay, well, the reason I wanted the legend map so bad. All right, now we've got a retail stories humor, but let's read the legend map. Let's look at the let's look at the legend map. Whatever was written upon this map was long ago faded. Now it's but a blank dotted with several scattered holes. Around the edge hole you can barely discern the faint remnants of a ring of reddish dye. Well, those holes are actually, if you can find the place to line it up, those holes will actually lead you to a very important item. So it's not the fact that there's what's written on it. It's like what's poked in. It's like I don't know if anyone remember those really old computer cards. Yeah, and what you do is you'd punch out certain things, and what it would do is it wouldn't read the numbers, it wouldn't read the ink, it would just read like what was punched out. Or if anyone's into politics, the wonderful Florida election of 2000. It's like, well, let's see, this was punched almost all the way, but it's not, it's still attached a little bit, so we'll reject this. You know. Okay, so let's do a retail story humor one. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can't get a good one. Okay, I'm gonna give you a double retail story. Now the first one is actually true. You may not believe it, but it is actually true. You know, I had a person, they were looking at the herbal laxatives. And they were looking at one, but it didn't have a price on it. So the customer looks at me and says, How much do these herbal laxatives run? Yes, they actually said, how much do these herbal laxatives run? I was doing everything I could not to I was biting my tongue, trying to do everything not to come back either with a witty line or laugh. Ah, herbal laxatives, they're one of our better movers. Herbal laxatives. They help you do the do. Taco Bell brand herbal laxatives. Yes, you will make a run for the border after you take our herbal laxatives. Okay, now the second one, I'm just gonna say this, the second one probably happens a lot more than people will admit. Have you been working, let's say retail or something, and have you had a person that you really knew well, or a cool person, and they went up to you and you're like, I know the person, you know, I'm gonna give them a break? You didn't hear it from me. I used to do it a lot. And I had it a lot done to me. You know, I'd be at Texas Roadhouse and one of my students would like wait on me, and somehow there was a basket of fries that mysteriously got dropped on the ground, quote unquote, and somehow ended up on my plate. Or it's like, wait a minute, how did I get this? I'm only paying $5. Oh, wait a minute, employee discount? I'm not an employee. But yeah, those are a couple of the fun retail stories. I gave you 2 for 1 because I'm feeling in a generous mood today. So now. But though I would say those are 2 of the happier stories, you know. You know, there's also a few stories that probably, You know the good old dreaded Karen stories. How long did I work in retail for? I actually worked 7 years for GNC General Nutrition Center, and the only reason it lasted 7 years was I was actually going back to grad school, and so therefore I was actually going to move out of the area. So I kind of was like, yeah, let's call it a day. But I'll be honest with you, I honestly just think everyone should work in retail for at least 1 year. And especially deal with some of the, you know, some of the jerk customers. Not stereotyping, but I'm just saying, you know. And I think part of it, you didn't hear this from me, is bad management. You know, like management in corporate that will kowtow to, you know, every customer complaint. Fortunately, the one manager I had for a while was like, you know, whoever said the customer is always right, he said that's a crock. Okay. So okay, so we're in Icanlith, and we're eventually going to get to New City. And by the way, feel free to I also have some commands you can use, some redeems. I like keep in mind I would not use naval, waste, or weight because they have not been updated. So they're still from last week. So um, I'm also trying to add a few more commands as I can think of them. Again, channel point redeems, gym humor, pinball places, and retail humor. Okay. Okay, Fire XYZ redeem gym stories and humor. And then I have a gym story that I'm gonna tell. I have to tell you. So you. Oh, we're back. Dance Dance Revolution. Yes. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, I like this. I like this. Uh, gym story. Okay. So, you want to work out. You need those 25-pound dumbbells. But someone happens to be standing right where the 25-pound dumbbells are, and they're doing shoulder shrugs, and they're essentially in your way. I mean, really? Hey, keep the dumbbell rack area clean. At least get it so in case I need dumbbells, I at least have access to them. Now what I will do, so let's say someone's blocking the 40-pound dumbbells. Even if I don't need the 40-pound dumbbells, just to be passive aggressive, or whatever you want to call it, I'll go for the 40-pound dumbbells, and I'll maybe use them for a quick workout just to make the person move. Yes, I can be a bit of a meanie like that, just to be like, get the person move, and then if they go back, then what I do is then I'll be like, I'll put them back right away. If the person's there just to be irritating, and if they say anything, said, hey, I'm just returning the dumbbells to the rack. I don't want them on the floor. I don't want to be people tripping. Okay, now this actually was a gym story. But I have to preface it. So, where I work out, I'm going to give you a little hint. The employees working there wear purple. I think you know where this is going. And their motto is like no, no gym intimidation. They're like no grunting, no like string tank tops. And I see some people, working out in sports bras, and I'm like, wait a minute. If they're not fans of the tank tops, why? I mean, they should be taking out those like sports bra people quickly. Well, I went to their website and they say, hey, in order to be inclusive, people can pretty much wear what they want. And so, yes, sports bras are allowed. And Linky Link, you are two steps ahead of me. Because I was thinking, wait a minute. I'm wondering what would happen if a guy walks in there with a sports bra. I would be okay. I would be. I support you with this. Now, if I had a channel, that was like totally humor, I'd probably do it. But with Moody Mystery, I kind of want to keep it game related, and also if I'm gonna do a channel like that, you know. But yes, I support you in this, and so does the bra. But yeah, that floored me a little bit, and so I'm just wondering how far will people push the boundaries. Okay, so we're now back in our home base of. Okay, the displacer cloak is nice, but let's see what it does. Let's see what special ability it has. Identify full power. It looks like it gives us a level 4 blink. But it's essentially it's permanent. That being said, if we wanted to, we could sell it for lots of money. Okay, we got a few things that we really don't need, so I'm gonna get rid of them. Now, by the way, if we were going through the Ratkin house, in other words, if let's say we were gonna do a complete, go completely through, through the fun house. We would need the wooden dowel, but since we're not, we don't need it. We don't need the wooden dowel, and we don't need the spool handle anymore. So we're going to drop these goodies right here. Remember, inventory control. Okay, we have the legend map. In fact, I have an idea. Why don't we're gonna use the legend map right away. We're gonna use the legend map's gonna be used right away, and I'm gonna show you its use. Can I ask, how did you get the boat? Well, what happened is, yes, I do. I do have a Discord. I'm not as active in it as much as I should be. How I got the boat is if you remember the museum, the museum had a oh, come on, darn it, Moody, darn it. The museum had a display of twisted heads. Yeah, the one that diseases you. And so what happened is when I pressed the buttons in a certain order, it opened up a secret door, and this boat became available to me. Now, in order to get the boat to operate, I had to use it's the Wickham boat, so I had to use the Wickham's power globe. And that, if you remember, I got from the that I got from the Monkarama, that crazy room with where I had to fight 10 skeleton lords. Okay, so we're at the Galen Stone. On the face of the stone pillar are carved many symbols and runes in a style both ornate and cryptic. Okay, so let's do the legend map here. You hold the Galen legend over the face of the rune tablet, but none of the holes seem to align properly. Okay, so let's try it here. You hold the Galen's legend over the face of the rune tablet and see that the holes in the parchment conform perfectly with knobs of stone protruding from the pillar. The hole near the center of legend is positioned directly over the eye of the dragon, and by inserting your finger, you discover that it is actually a well-concealed button. Pushing the button, a secret compartment opens up in the tablet, revealing the black key in the shape of a skull. Okay, now where does the key come into play? Let me see. I think no. Okay, nope. It's not back here. Oh, really? Okay, so we've got eerie. They are eerie moths. There's eerie moths, but see, we don't have any Superior, Huron, Ontario, or Michigan moths. That was a bad joke, Moody. It was like my joke about Pilates. That was a little bit of a stretch. Now, one workout tip I'm going to just throw out at you, which I do, is my favorite body parts are chest, triceps, and biceps. Those are the three things I like to work. Guess what days of the week I work them out? All of those I work out on Monday and Tuesday. Simple. Monday and Tuesday are kind of like the not the best days of the week, quote unquote, because you just had the weekend. And so I do my favorite body parts on early in the week. Leg day happens to be Saturday. And I do my cardio on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. As I said, tomorrow I'm going to tell you how my 4-week progress of how well I've progressed. Did I progress well or did I not? Maybe, hey, maybe I was in denial and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm eating well." And I went to the Golden Corral buffet four times and okay, so this is where the skull key I believe is going to be used, or key of skulls. So I'm just going to drop it here. I'm just going to drop. Oh. There's an ad break up, so we're gonna BRB. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Hey, you're right. I do have at least a fan now. Question is, do I have other types of people who enjoy my stream, or do I just have fans? And if I just have fans, does that mean I have only fans? Okay. Okay, so 2 ghostly images. Yeah, Linky Link, you got modded. Apparently, Nightbot. Apparently the person who developed Nightbot was probably some like 70-year-old prude. You know, 70-year-old prude who probably. No, it wasn't the winky face. It was, it's like, for example, you can't even put in the term Like if let's say, hey, look at the pussy cat, it's actually going to reject it because it thinks the word pussy is like, it calls it bullying. You know. Okay, we got some ghostly images here. Yeah, show me your feline. Okay, 2 race, yay. Okay, now, by the way, this level here, this is actually pretty much your final, probably one of your final dungeons. Now, by the way, this final dungeon has 8 levels, and it has a lot of teleports. Let's just say mapping, if you mapping this can be a real pain in the you-know-what. So, that's all right. I'm glad y'all believe in me. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. I think we've pretty much covered everything here. We've stepped on all the spaces. We've gotten everything that we could. Looks like it, except for a few spots. So we're done here. We essentially used, yep. Yeah, the game it's pretty big. We were talking, and it's like, I'm actually on episode 33. And that's about 2.5 hours per episode. Not to mention the times we went over. Not to mention like the 1 hour 45 minutes. I went over 45 of those, which was. No, I'm not really going for 100% completion. I'm mainly going to win the game. I'm going to do most of the things. But for example, like the fun house, I did what I needed to do. But there's a lot of things that you do need to do. I'd probably say I have about 75 to 80% of the game completed of things I have to do. So really the only 2 places I have to go are I have to explore the dungeon, though, that 8-level dungeon, and there's another place. No, Paluki doesn't have to die. Paluki does not have to die. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. There's two ways I can go with this. One way to go is I could because I would like to fight the one remaining Gar, and so I really do need a key of Gars. Going for a key of Gars can be a bit of a grind. Or what I could do is I could just continue. Yeah, the item I got with the legend map, it was a displacer cloak. No, you did not miss something. Yeah, the displacer cloak was the other item. What does that do? It's it actually gives you -4 armor class, which is good, and it also can give you it also has power level 4 blink, unlimited uses. Now, so you may say, well, Moody, why aren't you wearing that displacer cloak? Come on, that's the best thing since sliced bread. Well, look what I'm wearing now. So, Amulet of Healing, it has a life force resistance of 50%, which is nice. But this is the big thing. The big thing is the regen +1. So that's the part I really love. Heal All is essentially... Okay, the Heal All, that's a spell that heals everyone in the party. Well, that's useless, because I only have one person in the party. Regen +1 is it's like a ring of regeneration. You know, if you gain hit points just by walking around. And life force resistance, essentially, I think it's like against like spells that like can probably spells that can like drain your life. Where do I want to go? Okay, so we've got some exclamation points. That means those are ratkins that are hidden. So we're not going to hide. We're just going to cast Falling Stars. Throw Mariah Carey at them. Now, Falling Stars, is that a Mariah Carey album? Or is it a reference to the fact that Mariah Carey is washed up? Okay, this ratkin's stubborn. This ratkin doesn't want to come out and play. Come on, Ratkin, come out and play. And see, the thing to keep in mind is that if a monster is if anyone's hidden and you miss, you stay hidden. That's true for players and monsters. So in order for but see, what happened is the monster attacked, and so I was able to attack back. We don't need darts. So right now what I'm trying to think of is I think I'd like to grind some undead. But I'm trying to think of where the best place to grind undead would be. And I think I've got it. Okay, so we got some savant guards. Honestly, I'd say I'm at the level where none of the monsters really scare me, you know. I do get scared when I do get an instant death cast at me. I'm worried that, you know, even if, let's say, I have a 99% chance of resisting it. Oh yeah, jellyfish. No, well, no, earthquake actually works nicely on them. I think I discovered. But it's like with even football, you know, you're watching, let's say, either NFL or college football, and they'll say, oh, this team has a win percentage of 99.1, and yet they end up losing. On game, really? Really, game? It's like I moved one space, and you're like, okay, here's another encounter. Sheesh, where are all these Ratkins coming from? I just think they're all upset that I killed Bertie, and they're like, we're squeak squeak, we're gonna get our revenge for you killing our Bertie. Oh yeah, rats do breed a lot. And yeah, it's like, and we're matching pants. It's kind of like it's like a while back when I wasn't feeling my best. You know, I'd often wear the same clothes several days in a row. And it even got to be a joke because, like, my sister was watching the stream and she's like, wow, is that the, you know. Now, I don't know if it was you, Linky Link, but someone asked about what my starting weight was. I'll actually go over that because the 4-week check-in means I actually, okay, that's fine. But I actually did start 4 weeks ago. And I always, one thing, and you can find out tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil a lot, but like, one thing you want to do is if you're going to make changes to anything, you always want to have a baseline. You know, you always want to do, like, okay, you know, that's why a lot of times like they'll give you tests. They'll sometimes give you tests at the beginning of the year in like school, and they'll be like, "Well, we want to see where you stand." We want to see, our starting point, just as an example, it's like someone running a 4 minute 30, I mean a 4 minute 30-second mile in gym class, and like the people, it's like, wow, impressive. And to come to find out, the person was like a cross country and track star, and so they were running like a 4 minute 40-second mile to begin with. And so all they did is they did, it wasn't the program that really was attributed to the success. It was the fact that they had a head start. Or if let's say you're trying to reduce some water hardness, what you'd want to say, okay, what's the calcium content of the water? And then you're like, okay, I know what the calcium content of the water is. So let's check it how after it's been run through the water softener. And I actually did that experiment, with the students. I'm like, I had 3 water samples, and it actually turns out that the water softener I have is still pretty effective. So let's say if I were to sell my house, because we do have really hard water. Come on, game! We do have really hard water in this area. It can be a good selling point. Okay. Water at its Viagra. Okay, so here, this is... Linky Link, I appreciate the correction, but I don't think you don't have to go that far, Oh, hello. It's Jeanette on a scooter. Yes, we can kill her, but we don't want to, because we want to be on the good side of the Helizoids. Number 1, and number 2, hey, she's kind of cute, So we're just gonna leave. Oh hey ho, strangers. We're probably gonna run into her one more time, because that's how this game often does things. And by the way, the stream will be ending at about 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's the usual ending, unless we get raided. But I don't know how quickly we're going to get up to the top. I mean, if this game keeps like throwing random wandering monsters in the way, we may it may take forever. And sorry, I'm not trying to yawn because everyone else is, Okay, we got a couple of Dane disciples that decided to hang around for kicks and giggles. Yeah, scrolls and wands that we don't need because our inventory is limited. Okay, oh yeah, this is the dark area. This is the area that's a good bit dark, so we're gonna. Yeah, I will. Not really. This is a dark area, so that's just D.W. Bradley being D.W. Bradley, saying, "Hey, let's provide a dark area where let's provide a dark area." We did it, and we did it in Wizardry 1. I think we did it in Wizardry 2. Did it in Wizardry 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? Let's keep the tradition going. Well, keep in mind the Danes tend to be very dark anyway. Like, they tend to be dark type creatures, so I don't think they would invest in lighting. I'm gonna resave this as 40. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to remember which of these ways were up. Oh, crap. Okay. Ah, okay, so we needed to go in that alcove. Okay, so this is the coffer temple. Okay, so if I remember, we need to look at this. But see, since we've solved the temple of coffers, this should be easy now. Whoa, look, I almost messed up. I almost didn't realize, hey, I'm getting low on stamina. I need to... there is an ad break coming up soon. That's going to be the last ad break of this evening unless we get raided. I'm not saying we will be, but... There's one or two potential streamers out there that may. what do you know? I'm speaking of raids, and we get one. Welcome in, Dick Danza. Thank you very much for the raid. Okay, so the stream's going to end at about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we got it. And Dick Danza, thank you for coming on in. Because of that, we all get 15 more minutes of Wizardry. There is an ad break, so use this as a chance to stretch a little bit, walk around. Okay, the ad break is over. But by the way, on ad breaks, I usually don't speak because most of the time people say they can't hear me. But Dick Dan's been posting. He's like, somehow survived floor 6 in Wizardry 5. Okay, and apparently there's a creature called Evil Eyes. Where basically it pretty much basically I'm not wow, not even items. See, I thought maybe it was just something that drained your spells, but apparently it's like permanent anti-magic. And very brutal. If you're going down to level 6, I'd say it's brutal. The only levels that are more brutal are level 7. Wow. And see, the worst part is you can't Mallor. It would be great. Oh, to try a one-man party. Honestly, in Wizardry. Now, are you talking like Wizardry 5? No Dumapic, no figurine, no Mallor, no heels, no lights, no motor car with not a single luxury. Oh. So we better be careful. I don't want to get a copyright strike from the Gilligan's Island, although Oh, I'll say this. It's like on my exports to YouTube, it's been, I've been getting a fair number of copyrights, but it said, well, they'll let you use it on YouTube. So, okay. So let's get back. Okay. So right now, what our goal is, we got the legend map. Okay, we've already used the legend map, so that's been taken care of. Woot woot. That's the big thing. I was worried about getting a soft lock, but wow. Wow. I still keep up my videos on YouTube. But I mean, just so I at least, yeah. And sometimes I'm wondering if it's the ads, Sometimes I'm wondering if like there's prohibited music playing in the ads. Okay, let's get back to. Oh no, that was the you know what. Let's go this way, okay? So now yeah. Well, they get to see how it works is they stay up in Twitch for 2 weeks. 2 weeks unless you have, I think, Prime, then it's like 60 days. But yeah, what I do is I just to keep them, I export them to YouTube. But the one thing that does not that stays permanent are clips. So if someone clips something, it's around, and I actually found a way how to get my clips up onto the to show up on my YouTube channel. It's a dirty trick, but hey, I love dirty tricks. What I did is for clips, it says which clips do you want to favor. I favored them all, so they're all up there. Okay, so we've been through here before. Mainly what we're doing is I'm mainly wanting to grind. I'm mainly wanting to grind ghosts because undead, because I'm wanting to. Yeah. Okay, and the cool part here is I have an automatic heal. That's fine. Hey, smoke away. Okay, Okay, now do y'all remember when I would click on lore and it says you have the dragon map even though it was not in my possession? See, I was the last one to touch it. Since I was the last one to touch the dragon map and let it lying, it says that you have it. So it's also going to probably tell me I have the legend map. And probably a few other maps, even though I don't have them in my possession. I was the last to touch them. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for 1 key of Gars and 1 key of Crypts. Okay, now, if anyone has sensitive gets motion sickness easily, please look away. Now, by the way, I'm not going to do save scumming. So even if there happens to be a group of monsters that are not that are not ghosts, I'll still fight them. And by the way, in case you're wondering why the character's named Fubar, it's because they had fizzles. They fizzled some of their spells. I don't think they fizzled their spell once tonight. And if that's the case, we need to rename. We need to give Fubar a new name. Okay, now that was about 117 XP. For comparison's sake, even at my advanced level, I need about 600,000 XP to advance a level. If anyone remembers like D&D, like once you get to a certain level, it was like they didn't like usually in the early levels they would the XP requirement would double, so you'd maybe need like 1200 for let's say 1500 for level 2, 3000 for level 3, then 6000 for level 4, 12,000 for level 5, etc. Well, it gets to the point where they just say, okay, we're going to just make it 300,000 per level the rest of the way. And so that's where sometimes things can go really move up quickly. Komodo dragons and giant lizards. Maybe this wasn't the best place to grind. Maybe I should go back down to maybe I should. I'm gonna see how we do here, but if we don't do well, I mean I may just go back down into the crypts. Crypts of like level 1. I mean like the crypts where the gorers are. But I'm doing well today. I'm as I said, John Moody of Moody Mystery. Well, thank you very much, Dick Danza, for the raid, and welcome on in, raiders. As I said, you're getting a pretty healthy dose of Wizardry. This is Wizardry 7. This is actually the DOS version. This is the DFortae balanced mod. And what DFortae did was, took some of the classes were weaker, made them stronger. Some of the classes were too strong, like maybe let's say some of the elite classes like the Valkyrie and Samurai. Weaken them a little bit, because people go for Valkyrie and Samurai because they not only have the awesome fighting ability, they get spells pretty quick. As you can see, I have an Uber character. I'll just call it that. You know what I should do? I should take this character and go into that South Park episode of Make Love Not Warcraft and see if this character can defeat the super gamer even without the Sword of a Thousand Truths. And yes, I do watch South Park. Puns are also welcome in chat, so if you have a good pun, feel free to put it in there. Okay, ooh, this is a chance. This encounter has a chance to get us some, to maybe get us a key of Gores or a key of Crypts. Okay, so these darn like spectral ravens. They're like yelling. That's what they are. They're spectral ravens. Sorry. Let's get rid of the Skeleton Lord because the Skeleton Lord could cast some tough good. Skeleton Lord's paralyzed, so that shouldn't matter much anyway. Okay, let's go after the blackbirds. Let's dispel them because they're spectral ravens, so technically they are undead. Welcome back, Dick Danza. Didn't miss a lot, just some exciting grinding. We've got some skeletons here, which I also would like to call skellies. Hi, skellies. It's like I actually saw these skellies. They were trying to buy some weight gain powder. And I'm like, why do they need that? Skellies said, "Oh, sorry, we're nothing but bones." Cry of the Blackbirds. Yeah, that's interesting. Darn, no key or anything. I wanted either a key of Tombs or a key of Crypts. Maybe I should do my Veruca Salt impersonation from Willy Wonka. But I want an Oompa Loompa now! I want it now! Okay, I'm just going to do a level 6 Earthquake. And Dick Dans, I'm sure you're also familiar with Earthquake as a professional wrestler. Raise your swords up high, hear the blackbirds cry, let them feel your hate, show no fear, attack. Okay, I'm gonna hit the fountain. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go through one more attack, and if they're not skeletons, then I'm going to go to the because I think down there we have a slightly better chance of getting spirits. See, because this is the thing. I don't think fetid corpses and walking undead get us the necessary keys. Because I think it either has to be spirits, wraiths, or skeleton lords. Yeah, yeah. Earthquake and typhoon, and the natural disasters. Nope. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back down. We're gonna head out. Not the stream, okay? We're just gonna head out from here. Whoa. This is definitely a level 7 earthquake. Actually, no. I better hide first. Because these Danes do not mess around. And Dick Dans, if I'm trying to remember, I think there was another person called Tugboat that was a part of that, or maybe I'm trying to remember, you know. Ah, fizzle! That's the first fizzle. If it happens again, you still stay named Foobar. Okay, Tugboat was Typhoon's original. Yeah, okay, cool. In fact, let's give a shout out to Dick Danza. Sorry I've been falling a little behind on my shout outs, but go follow Dick Danza. Does a lot of very nice retro stuff. Oh crap, they cast anti-magic on me. So if a spell fizzles, it's because of anti-magic. So yeah, but Dick Danza does a variety of retro games. I know he does Wizardry 5. Also on Saturday does Wizardry 5 followed by wrestling. Does a lot of professional wrestling. I'll tell you what, he's picked some last several weeks, last several Saturdays. You've really picked some great matches. You know, great matches. Yeah. And I don't know, and you say on fire, I don't know if that's literally the case, you know? Okay, where am I? Okay, yeah. This way the egress, so that's gonna bump us out. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take us to the I'm gonna take us to New City. These are the wild orchids. Just a yeah, okay, cool. Just a kind of a bit of a historical note. Wild orchid was a... Oh, you'll see. I've decided to take the stream for up to 3 hours. So, but that's probably gonna be it, because I'm starting to fade here. I'm like, game. Well, actually, if the way this game is going, if it keeps throwing darn random encounters at us, it's gonna be 5 hours, and we'll still just be entering New City. Sheesh, game. 6 hours stream, yay! Tell you what, you know. I'm not sure right now. I'll be honest with you. Probably 3 hours is probably gonna be, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, Linky Link, it depends. You know, this is the thing. If you're... I'm just going to say this. So, when I do cardio... Not Cardi B. I know I'm going for 30 minutes. I know I'm going for 30 minutes, so that's what I prepare for. Now, let's say my cardio starts to get stale and my body gets used to it. And then I say, okay, I'm now going to do 40 minutes of cardio. And see, now, all of a sudden, you're like, okay, now your frame is for 40 minutes. And so it's kind of like how you plan it. You know, if let's say I were to go, want to do a 6-hour stream. You know, I'd prepare for that. You know, in other words, it would be a case where I'm like, okay, you know, I'd be like, okay, you know, you prepare ahead of time. You're like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, have my coffee ready. You know, or guarana pills. I'll make sure my endurance is up. It's just like other things. It's just like I don't know if you're familiar with like some of these professional eaters that eat a lot. You know, they actually trained for that. Okay, see, this is perfect. These are the monsters that are likely to I mean, it's only like a 2.5% chance. TSGY, welcome on in. Thank you. Redeem nothing. Well, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Hope you're doing well, TSGUI. I'm getting tired, but doing all right. You know, One wraith died. The poison was so strong, we just literally killed the wraith. Where is it pronounced wrath? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's either wraith or wrath. As I said, I'm John Moody of Moody Mystery. I tend to... As far as a streamer, I tend to be on kind of the, I'd say humorous, you know, kind of bit of bubbly kind of fun, kind of funny, a bit energetic, you know. Wrath? Okay. Oh darn what? No key of Gars or key of Crypts. Oh. Oh, Wrath is like vengeance, yeah. But that being said, so there is going to be an ad break coming up. So I'm going to BRB. I'm going to I actually use this as a bathroom break. Okay, good. Just wanted to check. Okay, so ad break is over. Welcome back. Oh yeah, Dick Dans. I remember you. Yeah, Dick Dans was fighting some mighty oaks, and yeah, it was like, you know, Dick Dans was like, it's like just kept throwing everything at him, and it's like kitchen sink. Reminded me of some matches with like either Andre the Giant or like one of those big giants. You're like throwing everything at them, and they're like still standing. You know, and the commentators are like, it's like, how are they still standing? Okay, it seems like this is the best. This is a good place here to generate some ghosts. We're gonna go to approximately 3 hours. Now, as I said, it's approximately. You know, so the only reason I'd probably cut it short is if I rage quit, and I think I've only rage quit on a game one time. You know, I think that was like an Apple II game. Okay, Lime Dragons. They're not ghosts, and I don't think they're gonna drop keys, but still, remember, I'm not doing save scumming unless, except in a few cases, you know. And it would be kind of fun. It's like you know, hey, how did you get your character up to level 200? I had Lime Dragon at a bar once. And of course, the question I have to ask is, you say you had a Lime Dragon. Did you remember, or did someone else have to tell you, hey, you had a Lime Dragon? Okay, I don't think these would drop the necessary keys, but still, it doesn't hurt to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the the 4 skeleton group. I'm going to use a Dispel Undead. And by the way, in case I don't know if you can see it, there's a band-aid here that's actually hiding a blister. I actually got the blister from doing yard work, which I was using clippers. I probably wasn't, you know, should have wore gloves. You know, protect my hands, but c'est la vie. Oh, they're not. Oh, crap! They weren't spectral raven. Oh, they're fire crows. Okay. So that's why Dispel Undead did not work. But what I'm probably gonna do once this stream ends, I'm gonna be doing some probably do some off-screen grinding to get the necessary keys. I had a fire crow at a bar once. Cool. I don't know. Is that a specific name of a drink? Well, what I'll do is, since I'm feeling tired, so I'm gonna blame it on daylight saving time. Even though we got an extra hour of sleep, it still throws off your rhythm. Teasing. Okay, good. That would be cool. When I think of fire crow, sometimes I think of those like fireball shots. Not fireball like the brand of liquor, but the fireball where you actually literally breathe fire. You know, turn the alcohol into a mist and breathe fire with it. Final words. Yeah, last call. 1 fire crow, please. We'll try to grind a little bit more, then I think I'm going to call it a stream. We'll raid someone. I'm trying to see who's out there. I see a Jurassic. The only one I'm seeing is there's a Jurassic Park pinball. There's an FX3 Open Challenges, Medieval Madness, and probably Attack from Mars. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You know, there's no rule that says I have to raid. I usually like to, but I don't have to. Well, I thought these monsters were the Bontaris, but they are like the much more difficult Qataris. See, when you see lions, there's two types of monsters. They can either be Bantaris or Qataris, and depends on how much experience you get. That being said, at this high level, it's probably not going to really matter because I'm likely gonna be making quick work of either of them. Well, Dick Danza. There's actually a decent number of people on this slate. I mean, the thing is that I'm looking at. I also not only look at like what games are being played, but also the personality of the streamers. And there's one or two that I know, would probably not, would not, I know would not, I'm not saying in a bad way, but would not like jive with the audience, Because some streamers are a little bit more serious, and they're like, like there's like no backseating, no humor, no puns, no nothing, Minnow scales are probably not going to get us the key, but at least we're seeing some skellies. Hello, skellies. Ah, cool. Race and spirits. Good chance. Yeah. I know that sucks in Wizardry 5. No experience for undead dispelling, which I don't know. It kind of it sucks in a way. But that being said, if let's say you had like a super duper vampire lord and you were only interested in like killing the monsters, yeah. Well, yeah, like well, see, it depends. Dick Dan's. I don't know some of the, but I know in like the first edition, if the cleric was a high enough level compared to the undead, you actually could not only turn them, you could actually destroy them. You know, so if let's say you had a 15th level cleric against skeletons, it would probably be like, you know, like you'd probably destroy the skeletons. You know, you wouldn't even turn them. Yep. I like that. Head explodey. Okay, yeah, thank you for letting me know, Linky Link. We are past the 3-hour mark. Unfortunately, the next monster encounter will be the last. Hey, I love streaming, y'all, but I am, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I fall asleep quickly. Sleep stream, we've had those already. Well, maybe. Not sure if it was a sleep stream or Moody too much to drink and passes out stream. Okay, 3 lime dragons. Sleeping in a hot tub stream. I'm just wondering how many viewers I would get if I like put the instead of like being like Wizardry 7, if I let's say change the genre to like pools, hot tubs, you know, pools and hot tubs. I'm just curious about that, how many viewers we would get. Okay, let me change this to 42, just in case something happens. I don't want to be okay. I'm trying to debate. I don't know if I should raid or not. I see one streamer that I'm wanting to raid. They're playing Jurassic Park pinball. True, depends on how much skin you show. Well, not necessarily, Dick Danza, because you could show more skin and still get less viewers if, let's say, that extra skin was due to, well, you know, maybe being obese a little bit. But I didn't say that. I'm debating, should I raid or not? Because it's Rain City Free Play. They're playing pinball. In fact, they're playing Jurassic Park pinball. So I'm gonna raid them anyway. I'm gonna raid them. Hey, Dick Danza, thank you very much. Thank you, Linky Link. Thanks everyone tonight. It's a busy week. Tomorrow it's only an hour stream, but it's my update. It's my update for my workout. Wednesday is going to be Ultima 7, Episode 10. I finally solved the dungeon. And Friday we'll be doing more of this. Hopefully we'll be advancing the storyline. So stick around for the raid, y'all. And thank you, and you all have a great night. Okay, raid has been created.
Raid, Moody, thanks so much for the raid.
Hey,
Welcome,
Moody, how's it going?
Moody and Moody friends.
Okay, so I gotta
How was your stream tonight, Moody?
gotta hit the blue. That's not the blue, and just jump on out there. Son of a biscuit.
The Moody gang. Do the mullet shake. Where's the mullet shake?
That didn't show up yet.
Well, he didn't say anything yet.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for it. Waiting to do the mullet shake.
It's not gonna get much. There it is.
There's a party in the back. When I mullet shake, it gives all the girls a heart attack.
I love the mullet shake. So funny. Stream went well. Got one key map piece, which will advance the storyline. What were you playing tonight? Are you still playing one of the I totally just spaced out. This is pretty much how my full day's been going.
Like some balls lit. Oh, come
Not practical, but with 11 a.m. General Humvee. Be super fun to have. Spell says.
on. Jeep.
I always I always liked the H2s also, Hummer, or the H2s and H3s even. I'm like, I was on H3, but the newer Hummers were pretty cool. Wizardry 7 played the 33rd episode. Wow. I've never even heard of that game, but I like the way it sounds. Wizards and maps and stories.
Right, so you gotta shoot the truck. You gotta hit a shot, and then you gotta hit the truck. Hit a shot, hit the truck. Back and forth, back and forth. And what I really want, you're gonna have to stand up in the back, hit it